We see it last night.
Yeah.
It's the only time a nigga show up. It's terrible.
Oh wow, we got the highest rated episode so far when it comes to Lashia's little Jeopardy thing.
You got the highest rated.
Oh no, actually no, we got like the second highest. No, actually, excuse me, the third highest. I just saw another page. Oops, never mind.
That tournament shit she doing.
Yeah,
The tournament shit she doing.
yeah.
You and the girl that you was going against.
Yeah, that was last week. That was a pre-recorded episode. So Drake is suing Spotify and UMG. Ooh.
Oh boy, Drake still in his feelings. He'll be alright.
He feels
He
that.
lost the battle, nigga. Get over it. He lost the battle. Get over it. And you wonder why people can't put him in top 3. Look at the shit he doing.
Exactly.
Can't
And then you're
top
gonna have
3.
this, and then you want to start tour the same day as Kendrick's Super Bowl performance. Man, come on now.
Who's watching that?
Now you know what Meek Mill. Now you know what Meek Mill feel like.
Crazy.
Does Meek Mill even still rap?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say. SZA's gonna drop a new album later on this year.
Yeah.
Will probably be 40 years old.
Right.
New SZA album. Okay, I'm loving this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should have some more bops.
Yeah, boy.
All right, about to start in about 5 minutes. What's good, everybody in the chat so far? What's good? I'm doing pretty good today, Q's. This day started off a bit rocky, but it actually got a little bit better. Had a good workout in the gym. Had a good day at work today. Had a good day at my therapy session. So everything works out for a reason, I guess. That's just how life goes. I went back and listened to the whole Kendrick Lamar Good Kid, Mad City recipe. It's still one of my favorites. From that track, the recipe is a classic track. I love that record. But I think you can only get the deluxe edition. That's where it's only available at. I think when it came out, it was a promo copy and shit. A promo single, excuse me. You gonna see Gladiator 3?
Gladiator 2?
Gladiator, excuse me, Gladiator 2.
Uh, I'm not sure. We'll see.
I may see it this weekend if I'm bored. People making a big deal out of this whole, oh, he scrap kissing a man, whatever.
Now they cut that part out. He wanted it in the
Yeah,
movie.
I know, but they still making a big deal out of it. Like I said, but it's okay if a white man are dressed in drag and shit, right? Oh, okay. If a white actor would have done it, and it'll be, oh, he's so groundbreaking.
Wasn't you a fan of your boy Dustin Hoffman? That movie he did.
Yeah, I like the Tootsie movie. I like the movie.
Uh huh.
But it's just it's a different when it comes to like white actors and black actors when they want to do some method acting, like dress and drag or act gay and stuff like that. You know how that shit goes.
Hey, better off him than me.
People want to be like, oh, is he actually like this in real life? The internet will take shit and run with it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. All right, I'm gonna start this shit right now.
That's good.
What's good, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try in the building with me, living it up. How you doing, Try?
Chilling, dude.
All right, so before we start, got some album anniversary I want to do. I talked about this album a bit fairly recently. Dr. Dre presents the Aftermath. This album came out November 26, 1996. This is actually the first album that came out on Aftermath Records. You know what I'm saying? Technically, this is not his second album. I just want to let y'all know that right now. This is actually a compilation, like a teaser for what we thought was the new Aftermath, but we'll get more into that in a minute. So you guys should know the whole story. He came out with a Chronic in 1992, which that was at the first album on Death Row Records. And everything was good in Death Row, but then niggas started doing stupid shit. And Dre did a bit in prison for a bit, like around 95 and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? And he came back out, and it was just Death Row was just going crazy and shit like that. Pac came in the picture. Suge had a lot of gang members and gangbangers in the area and shit like that. And so Dre pretty much, he didn't like the direction it was going to and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much what had happened was like around mid the summer of no, excuse me, spring of 1996, he left the label because of a contract dispute and other shit. And so pretty much he had to relinquish all of his masters and everything to Suge Knight. And also too, he ended up scrapping like certain projects, like the original sequel to Chronic, which says Papa's got a brand new bag. It's some shit like that. But if you guys know songs like Keep Your Heads Ringing, that was supposed to be on that album.
Mm-hmm.
The original version of California Love, which not many people know this, but it was originally a Dre solo track.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have the full version on YouTube and everything. Honestly, the first verse he did was always iconic, but the second verse, I didn't really care for the second verse like that. That's my opinion. Um, there was also some other songs that he did with Sam Snead and shit like that, but they have a lot of those songs on YouTube and shit like that too, which I personally feel like those were pretty dope and shit like that. I wished, something more like that would have came out and shit like that. Cause I like that style of production Dre was doing,
Right.
like in 95, 94, with Sam when he was working at Sam Snead. There was like this shit like Natural Born Killers. Oh, I forgot about that. He was also supposed to came out with that Helter Skelter album with ironically Ice Cube, but of course that got scrapped too because of pretty much because of label politics. Because Cube was in Priority, and Death Row that was still owned by Interscope. And it's kind of crazy too because Priority ended up owning Death Row and shit like that after Interscope dropped them at one point. So that's kind of crazy. So fast forward to 1996, and then he was also supposed to have done Snoop's second album, The Dogfather. Supposed to have done some
Mhm.
beats for that. That was got scrapped too. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know the story with that. So then fast forward, 1996 happened. He had formed pretty much Aftermath Records because Jimmy Iovine still wanted to work with him. And around that time too, Aftermath Records, you had cats like The Firm, and then you had the whole East Coast West Coast Killer super group and everything like that too. So this album came out, and pretty much, it is a very different sound from Dre. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely incorporated like a lot of strings and synths and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? This was definitely known for saying like been there, done that. Love that record. Him and Buddha did their thing on that beat. East Coast, West Coast Killers.
Mhm.
Pretty much the whole therapy with RBX, KRS One, B Real, and Nas. KRS One probably put out one of his best verses in any guest appearance in history.
Right.
I wish we would have had more of KRS One and Dre, but niggas were doing the East Coast, West Coast shit. It is what it is. Um, Shitting on the World with D Rough Hands On and Mailman. Oh my god, I love that record. Straight Gone was King T. You know what I'm saying? To be real with you, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I love this album. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you said what?
I said, I know. You
I
the
feel
only
like
one that do that shit.
it has some of Dre's best production,
Mhm.
but at the same time too, I do have to criticize a few things because I compared this album to Marley Marl's second album, The In Control Volume 2, which that was like of course, the sequel to In Control Volume 1.
Mhm.
Because, if the established artists on that label, they definitely did their thing on the songs, but then the newer cats, especially towards like the later half and stuff like that, I mostly just loved this for the beats and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, and same thing with like the In Control Volume 2 album. I felt like he definitely tailed more of the R&B joints, but some of them beats were still kind of cool and shit like that too. But songs like I be getting busy with LL, and then
Mhm.
that tragedy joint I think he did with tragedy did a joint I think with Chuck D or something like that. That was still dope too. And of course the Symphony Part 2. Oh my god, yo, like classic. I don't give a fuck when no one say it. Like, yeah, there's actually a Symphony Part 2. Not a lot of people know that, but yeah. So this album pretty much went under the radar after a while because I mean it still went platinum and it still did good in the charts and everything like that too. But compared to the Chronic, it was considered like a commercial failure compared to the Chronic, and critics didn't really like this album and everything like that too. So, Try, I already know your thoughts on this, but I'm gonna let you elaborate more on why you don't like the album.
It's no good. I just only like two songs of it. Been there, done that, and the East Coast, West Coast Color Joint. Oh, half of those artists that's on it not even out. What happened to RC and all these other artists that Dre had? And I give Dre a pass because he had left Death Row and he was starting over, but it's not fucking with Chronic or Chronic 2001, not the Compton album, none of that.
You said not the Compton now. Oh wow.
Yeah, Compton album was mediocre, but I like that more. There's joints I could play off of that joint.
Facts. Yeah, man, definitely. All right. Yeah. I think this album's actually out of print too, if I'm not mistaken. I think, but it is what it is. So now we're gonna get to the main event. Give me one second. Let me pull the album cover. We're gonna talk about Q, his recent album, Man Down. This album came out this past Friday and everything like that. So you know what I'm saying? The same day as another certain rapper who wanted to drop something out of nowhere, but that's another story for a different day. You know what I'm saying? So this album features the single "It's My Ego." That was a single and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Guest appearances include E40, October London, Snoop Dogg, Too Short, Aisha Dawn, K Measure, Mike Epps, JD, Corrupt, Be Real, Exhibit, Busta Rhymes and Killer Mike. Let me see producers. Producers include Big Vaughn, Cassius J, David Banner, Devon, Decade Z, EA Ski. It's nice hearing EA Ski again. Elon DeAndre Brown, Hallway Productions, Ice Cube, Lil Jon. Okay. Knots, Policy Kings, Samuel the L third, Samuel the Third Elliott. Okay. T Mix, Young Slade, and Zaytoven. Um, yeah. Give me one quick second. My throat is dry as a motherfucker. I'm gonna get some water downstairs. Give me one quick.
Anything.
Sorry about that. Because if I would have talked anytime soon, and I would have sounded like Isabel Sanford in a minute. All right. So you guys should know who Ice Cube is. We don't have to do it through a whole fucking biography and everything like that too, but we did talk about America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, Predator, Lethal Injection, both West Side Connection albums, Bow Down, Terrorist Threats,
One Piece.
and both I was gonna mention and both War and Peace albums and shit.
Mhm.
So you guys should know in the 2000s, he pretty much wasn't really doing a lot of hip hop music, a lot of rapping, because he was mostly focusing on movies and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And some of the I'm not gonna list all the movies, but some of the movies that came out around that time. Next Friday, All About the Benjamins, Friday After Next, Barbershop 2, Are We There Yet? Triple X State of the Union, you know what I'm saying? Janky Promoters, Long Shots, just to name a few movies and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? Just getting that out the way. But to the music side of things, he pretty much was sporadically appearing on other people's work and stuff like that too. Like around that time, he appeared on the Crunk Juice album with Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, which we also done a review on. You know what I'm saying? You know, West Side Connection, you know, he had his shit going on West Side Connection. But around the mid 2000s, they actually broke up because of the fact that Mac 10 apparently whooped Ice Cube's brother-in-law's ass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hate saying it like that though. But
No, that's what
that's pretty
happened.
much
No,
yeah.
that's
That's
what
what
happened.
happened. And Cube was like, "Fuck that shit, nigga. Like, nah, I can't deal with you." And Mac 10, it would be sometimes saying, "Oh, I don't know why Cube dropped." They're like, "Nigga, you whooped his brother-in-law's
Mhm.
ass," and shit. That's pretty much
Exactly.
why. Like, no, like no, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and also around this time too, in 2006, he actually was independent for a while. And what ended up happening, he dropped the album "Laugh Now, Cry Later" on his
Mhm.
Lynch Mob, records and stuff like that.
What did you
You
think about?
know,
You never did a review on that. What do you think about that one?
yeah. I was gonna wait till I actually got my hands on the album to do a review on it, but
Mhm.
honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. That was a weird album to really appreciate and stuff like that too. I don't even know if I can really say I like the album or I don't like it because it has some great joints, but then it has some. He was like trying to be a crunk rapper at that time. You know what I'm saying? And by '06, that whole crunk sound,
Mm-hmm.
was kind of dying down a little bit
Yeah.
because it was making the way of the snap music, like the whole lean with it, rock with it.
Mm-hmm.
That was back when everybody was just making dances out their asses, do the SpongeBob, do the Batman, do
Right.
the Superman, do the Mary Tyler Moore, do the Facts of Life. I'm just saying.
Facts of life.
Nigga was just nigga was just making dance out of any TV character and shit like that. Do the Spider Man.
Oh Lord.
Some of them dance, I don't even know if I could do them shits and shit like that because niggas just y'all know. It's like he was just trying to sort of
Yeah.
capitalize on that sound and shit. But I did like songs like Growing Up. I like that song.
Mhm.
That should have been a single.
Yeah.
Stop Snitching was cool, but I did not like that Swiss Beats beat.
Oh God.
Um, and that's the thing. The album did not really have a lot of great production, to be real with you. Like I know he went independent, but still, it was just like, what the fuck was Swiss Beats and what the fuck was Scott Storch doing on this album? Where's the EAC? Where's the Sir Jinx? I know Sir him and Sir Jinx don't really see eye to eye like that, but still, it's just like, eh.
Yeah.
I respect it, but it's not really. I have to actually do a thorough review on that album one day. But
Mm-hmm.
so around this time too, he also dropped a compilation in '07 called "In the Movies," which is pretty much songs that he did on soundtracks and stuff like that. Which I need to get that in my collection. To be real with you, that one and the bootlegs and B-sides compilation as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Then in 2008, he dropped the Raw Footage album, which I love this record. You know what I'm saying? I felt like this was a dope record. You know what I'm saying? Like songs like Gangster Rap Made Me Do It. Oh my God, that was fire. Then he had a song called Why Me with Music Soul Child was pretty good
That
too.
was good. I like that
Uh,
one. That single.
yes. He had a song called Here He Come with his son, O'Shea Jackson Jr., who's actually doing his thing in the acting world now. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? So for like father, like son and shit, you know what I'm saying? So also 2 years later, he dropped the I Am the West album. I did not like this album to be real with you. And it's funny because it's like you had cats like Quick, Dre, EA Ski, and Sir Jinx returned,
Mm-hmm.
but I might get some flack. It didn't even sound like it sounded like a southern hip hop album with West Coast flavor on some track. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I don't know. Like again, that one I might have to actually do another review on. Like eventually I'll review all the Ice Cube albums eventually and shit. But
Right.
I'm also gonna wait till I get my hands on certain ones just to talk about them because I'm not really in a rush to talk about
Yeah.
Laugh Now Cry Later and whatnot too. I got raw footage. I'm thankful I got that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's hard to
Laugh
come
now,
by.
cry later. I got that, but I haven't. I think I played that like once.
Oh, so you got Laugh Now Cry. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Yeah, but it did have some okay songs, but it was just like it could have been a little bit better, in my
Yeah.
opinion. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So fast forward, he was still doing other people's guest appearances and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, he mentioned this album he was working on called Everything's Corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Which that was supposed to have came out earlier, like I think around 2012, but it kept getting pushed back and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I think label issues and plus he was been busy a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it actually came back out in 2018. Oh, also too, I forgot to mention the NWA came out with the biopic Straight Outta Compton. Him and Dre were heavily involved with that. And at the same time, they also got inducted to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well too. You know what I'm saying? So just throwing that out there. And I heard some of Everything's Corrupt too. You know what I'm saying? It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really anything like groundbreaking and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the song "Arrest the President," but y'all should know he took that. He bought. He well. He was. I'm not gonna say he took it, but Tragedy Gaddafi, aka Tells Your Hoodlum, had a song called "Arrest the President," which is
Right.
funny too because Tragedy did an interview a while back ago when the album came out.
Mm-hmm.
How he felt kind of a certain kind of way when Q took the song name and some shit like that too. So I have to send you the interview and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I mean, a lot of rappers take the same
Yeah.
songs and some shit like that. But that's
Mm-hmm.
another story for a different day. I mean, I do like this record to some extent. Like this song called "Good Cop Bad Cop" was pretty cool, but again, it was not really anything groundbreaking and shit like that
Right.
too. It was just yeah, he was still kind of on that little. At that time, he had that weird flow like that, doing your thing, man, like rapping like that. You know, like he was constipated, some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, man. Rep that. Like if you listen to a lot of Q records in the mid to late 2000s, early
Uh-huh.
2010, you will know that kind of flow he was doing, like that, bounce that bump, that kind of bouncy kind of flow and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it and shit like that too, but hey, fuck it. And also around this time too, they had formed a supergroup called the Mount Westmore. By we they meant Snoop, E40, and Too Short. I'm trying to think. We talked about that album, right? That
Which
Mount
one?
Westmore album. No, the Mount Westmore. We didn't talk about that one
That came out last year, right?
like 2 years ago, 2022.
I don't think we did a review on that.
I gotta, yeah, I gotta look back. I don't even. I think I. No, you know what? We did not talk. Cause I heard some of it, and I'm just like, I
Yeah,
only like the sound of
you're
it.
right. Right.
I gotta actually, yeah, I gotta actually listen to because I heard the first two tracks. It was just kind of like not what I expected and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I'm gonna be fair and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be fair with some of these albums I talk about and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And then also around this time and everything, he was getting into more into politics and everything like that too. Excuse me. Um, there was actually an episode when he actually confronted Bill Mayer because Bill Mayer said the N word a couple times and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bill Mayer. I never thought he was that funny to be real. I never thought
Right.
Bill Mayer was that funny, but
Yeah.
he's like he's people say like a joke here, maybe like a joke here and there, but he's not like no, he's not Jon Stewart or Stephen Colbert funny. I'm just gonna be real with you. Them niggas will make me laugh and shit. I'm sorry, but so he actually mentioned this album I think on Chuck D's on one of his radio shows or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be quite honest, I was kind of expecting like some like I was not really that enthusiastic. I was like, oh, Q's dropping a new record, okay, cool. Because this is the year where every hip hop legend was like it's like you remember how back in like the mid to late '80s when a lot of those classic rockers from the '60s and '70s had comeback songs and shit like that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like Billy Joel. This is kind of how I feel with this 2024 shit because all these legends that's coming out,
Right.
like LL and Light.
Well, they
Um,
should come out. This is the only genre where age is a problem. You know, they don't do this in
exactly.
rock or country. They should come out. Why can't Jay-Z come out at 7 years old with an album? They should come out. So I'm like I said, this has been a historic year for a lot of our legends. You know, dropping better music than the young generation has. So
Yep.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it too. And then even like the newer cats too, and shit, they got something more to prove and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely show you that hip hop is always gonna be timeless,
Oh
no
yeah.
matter no matter what. Because motherfucker gonna be like, oh well, if you're over 30, you can't rap no more and shit. But Mick Jagger and Keith Richards are like in their fucking 80s, 90s, whatever. They still on stage literally every fucking night and shit like they're doing their thing, and their fan base always goes crazy for them. Always selling out shows and shit. Mind you, a lot of your newer rappers are canceling their tours and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Canceling tours, low ticket sales and shit like that. And then these older rappers like Commons and the Nas's and the 50s, they selling out tours. Hell, even Nicki Minaj got one of the highest grossing tours this year.
Facts.
And y'all try to shit talk her, but hey, I that's just how it is and shit, you know. Cause I don't want to watch 2 hours of motherfuckers not remember their own fucking lyrics and shit, or you know how that shit goes. And I don't want to go to a Travis Scott concert, like nah. All right, so this is the album cover right here. Pretty dope album cover and shit like that. So when that album cover is definitely streams West Coast and
I love
whatnot. You
that.
know what I'm
Love that
saying?
album cover.
Like it gives me Death Certificate vibes.
Mm-hmm.
The OG
Yeah.
cover of Death Certificate, not the
Yeah.
stupid ass remastered edition. Because
Mm-hmm.
we can have Uncle Sam. We can't have Uncle Sam and a fucking corpse and a John Doe. We can't do that. No, no. But that's another story for a different day. Um, yeah, man. This album has about 20 something, 22 songs. Yeah, 19 songs, excuse me. And we're gonna start it with the first track called Rolling at Twilight. This is like one of those this is pretty much one of those riding your bicycle with the street lights on kind of music, riding down the West Coast kind of music and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I love this record, in my opinion. This record right here, when I heard this record, I was like, yeah, I definitely having high hopes for this one because Q was going back to that nostalgic kind of trip and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of reminds me of the growing up song I mentioned, like from the Laugh Now Cry Later, Laugh
Mhm.
Now Cry Later album and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this one was pretty great. I love this one.
Yeah, this was fire. Off the bat, real melodic, really smooth groove to it. And it was like one of those it took me back to It Was a Good Day. It was like one of those feel good records. Like It Was a Good Day, and
Yeah,
when a Cube was saying, see, I used to be grimy. Now I'm so polished. Didn't go to college, still got the knowledge, still got the wallet to make that deposit, making bitch ass back in the closet. His flow was good, and I think this one should be a single. Coming up for the album. This is just to start off the
I agree.
album, and starting off the album with a different tone. It's not like on no chaotic shit or socially conscious record, but just a real laid back LA
Right.
joint. So I loved it.
Yeah, because Q was always infamous for those tracks where he's just going crazy like fucking the nigga you love to hate,
Right.
wrong nigga to fuck with.
Hmm.
What's the first track that came out with the Predators? I think it's called When Will They Shoot, which I
Wicked.
fucking love those kind of records. And Wicked, yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely, man. That whole Predator album, I was thinking about re-reviewing that album
Oh yeah,
because
we got to. We
I,
got to.
yeah, because
For sure.
that album to this day, I mean, I hate when niggas say, "Oh, that album he was going soft on that record," because they've always focused on It Was a Good Day, but It Was a Good Day was fire. What y'all fucking talking about?
That's the biggest record from Ice Cube that New York played all the time. Before
Exactly.
that, they wasn't playing Cube like that, but once that came out, that was like the biggest record that New York radio played over here.
And Predator is his best selling album too.
Yeah, it was great.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Like I love how dark that record, like that record and Lethal Injection. I love how dark those albums were
Yeah.
and everything like that too. Because Lethal Injection, it got some dark, twisted shit on that record. Like that one track, What Can I Do?
Hmm.
Where he's talking about a motherfucker living the fast lane, but then he gets caught up, but he wonders why the politicians can get away with it, but not a nigga like him. Now he's working at Mickey D's and some shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Hmm.
So track number two is My Ego. This is produced by EA Ski. Y'all should know who EA Ski is. Definitely a dope West Coast producer. If you guys remember that movie, Friday, of course y'all remember Friday. That song where Craig and Smokey was caught up in that drive by, and then it's like, it ain't the niggas that work hard. It's the niggas. That's the EAC song. But I always fucking hate that goddamn scene because I love that EA Ski song, but the
Hmm.
fucking gunshots are so fucking loud. I'm just like, yo, god, it's like damn shit. I was like, damn, that song always went hard. So I had to find that record on the soundtrack. I was like, yeah, that song is ill as fuck. But yeah, man, EA Ski, he's a dope producer. He done a lot of shit for like originally he done shit for like Master P and No Limit Records back when No Limit was based on Richmond, California and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He done shit with Montel Jordan too, so definitely a dope West Coast producer. But yeah, back to It's My Ego. This is the first single off the record. Very, very, very dope record and shit. You know what I'm saying? It definitely got that West Coast bounce to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this one was fire.
This one it reminded me of Don Mega. It reminded me like this is something you would have did on this Don Mega shit. when he was coming out with
Right,
"We Be Clubbing" and "You Can Do It." I'm like, this is one of those joints. The video's hilarious. I love the video. Um, it's definitely a different single for Cube. But yeah, it was cool. It was catchy. You
right.
know.
I agree. Like I loved how catchy it was. I feel like it was a perfect first single. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny because I was watching the video with Cam was talking about this record. He was pretty much dissing this record and shit like that. See, I'm just like, this nigga Cam, man. I like Cam. I'm just like, damn, you so mad about that? I thought y'all squashed this shit years ago, but okay.
Yeah.
That's another rapper we gotta talk about too. hmm Next track, So Sensitive. This is actually one of my favorite songs off the album. Maybe my favorite. I don't next to another song, but
Hmm.
this has Lethal Injection vibes mixed with I was saying Lethal. What's that one album? I can't think right now, but it definitely reminds me of some shit from Lethal Injection or some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Your nigga so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? It's funny too because when I was listening to this record, I was bumping this song until I heard the announcement that Kendrick drops a new album,
Hmm.
some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, wait, damn. So it's just like, ah, fuck. But that's besides the point. This song right here is dope as fuck. Just talking about them pussy, soft kind of motherfuckers and shit that get sensitive over everything. Pretty much Karen culture. You know what I'm saying? I love the line where he says they used to call these nigga words. So what the fuck are trigger words? Words like his and hers. What's a pronoun and a verb? Follow this, then you follow back, and you swallow this and swallow that, then you go have a heart attack. I don't blame it on the facts. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope song. Just add this to cancel culture. That's stupid as. I even hate saying those words in my opinion.
Hmm.
But hey,
Yeah. Again, another smooth track. Love the beat and the melody for that, and he did have a whack line. He said, "Don't be a pussy all your life. Be a dick sometimes and get hard." You know. But other than that, I think
yeah, he did have some whack lines.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
he did
track was
have some
fire.
whack lines throughout the album. We'll talk. Yeah,
Yeah, the track was fire though. It's dope.
yeah, especially as we go like later on in the second half of the album and
Hmm.
shit like that. He did have some kind of line. I'm just like one song made me laugh as fuck though. But are we going to get into that one?
Hmm.
But like I said before, he's not doing no we be clubbing kind of shit. You know, he's
Okay,
not
thank
doing that.
God,
Those
thank
weird
God.
ad libs. He's not. I'm just like that's one thing I was worried about
Hmm.
because when I heard it's my ego jump, it's like this is kind of
Hmm.
borderline
Yeah,
mega
Don Mega.
cube.
That's what I was
This is
thinking.
this is borderline.
Boy, this is
we
borderline
kind of
fucking Players Club and all that other shit he was coming out with.
right, Craig.
You know,
Craig,
yeah, War
you
and
kind of
Peace and all
tiptoeing, nigga.
that.
I was like, you kind of tiptoeing and
Yeah,
shit, nigga. But okay.
it's like I said, like that's a
Uh,
song we haven't heard from him in like a long time. Like him, like just bragging about what he has and all that, and
yeah,
so I'm like
yeah,
that was very different for him to come out.
definitely. I 100% agree with you about that. And I feel like that's where Q does the best shit. What he's doing that braggadocio shit, like the fucking
Yeah,
braggadocio mixed with social conscience, like the steady
hmm,
mobbins.
yeah,
Um, the fucking what's that one? The Who's the Mac? Oh my,
right,
oh
right.
yo, hell, the rolling with the lynch
Hmm.
mob. Come on, man. Like, don't
The
fuck
bow
me,
down
nigga.
joint. He was bragging on that.
Man, the whole Brow Down album.
Hmm.
See, the
Yeah.
Bow Down album was braggadocio and just reclaiming the West Coast dominance and shit.
Hmm. Facts.
I've always loved Cube's performance. I don't care what no one. Every people will be taking what Pac said, talking about how Cube stole that whole hit him bow down from hit him up and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people want to take that and run with it, talking about well, he wasn't saying. It's like, come on now. Even his own fucking son said that it wasn't really meant to be taken serious and shit. But
Yeah.
like I said, sensitive niggas and shit. Fuck. And mind you, it's not like Pac was the only West Coast nigga decent the East
Exactly.
Coast.
Exactly.
Last time I checked, I think Hammer had a song
Mm-hmm.
called "Let's Get It Started," where he said he was a better MC than Dougie Fresh,
Mm-hmm.
LL,
Mm-hmm.
DMC. Last time I
Mm-hmm.
checked, Compton Most Wanted came out with the whole "Who's Fucking Who,"
Right.
where they dissed the fuck out of Tim Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, Tim Dog, all them West Coast cats was.
This shit was this one.
well, Tim Dog started that shit with that whole
Mhm.
fuck Compton. He kind of started that shit, but
Right.
all them cats was taking Tim Dog's high top fade and just playing hopscotch with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man,
Mm.
I need to get my hands on that penicillin on wax though. But that album's a stupid amount of money, man. But yeah, man. Only West Coast motherfucker at that time that really wasn't going at the East like that was like Ice T, because
Right.
technically T was from Jersey and shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Next song, She Sanctified. This is the whole Mount Westmore track with Snoop, T Too Short, and West Coast lyricist E40, as a tribe would describing this shit. You know what I'm saying? West
I didn't
Coast
describe
Nas.
them as that. It's just those West Coast niggas are delirious though.
Oh,
You know.
excuse me, and that's true. And this also features October London.
Mm.
Now,
Marvin Gaye.
when I first heard it,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna get into that because I had an interesting thought when I was listening to this one. This song was actually kind of cool, but I'm not gonna hold you. It felt more like a Snoop song. I
It
can
did.
I didn't really know. I wouldn't really give it to Mount Westmore, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time too, I gotta listen to that Mount Westmore album.
Mm-hmm.
But if this was like a Snoop solo joint, it would have been a huge hit
Mm-hmm.
because it sounded like some shit he would have done maybe in like
He had
Pay
the
the
best verse to
Cost.
me. He had
I
the
was
best
gonna
verse.
say that. I
Yeah.
was gonna say that. See, October London. When I heard him in the chorus,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? You know what? It came to me. Damn, if Nate Dogg was on this chorus, oh my
Mm-hmm.
god.
You'd have
Not
killed it.
saying that London was bad. You're not saying that London was bad because I fuck with
Mm-hmm.
October London. We have to talk about his new
Yeah.
album that came out very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, he's getting there.
Yeah.
He's coming into his own. He's coming into his own and shit. But he was giving me his Anderson Paak and Nate Dogg vibes on this chorus and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anderson, that's another motherfucker I kind of see because Anderson and Snoopy make some dope shit together
Oh
too.
yeah.
That Oxnard album, any I think it's called Anyway or some shit. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
come on,
The
man.
one that Drake produced.
Yes.
That joint.
Speak on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So this song should be a motherfucking single, in my opinion. But I really wanted to come out like in the summertime, springtime. But I don't even know if this album had like more than 3 or 4 singles. I don't know, because
Mm-hmm.
niggas drop like 3 singles and then they'll come out with another album like 3 months later. I'm just like, God damn, can we enjoy this album?
Exactly.
Like Nas, for instance, like came out with Kings of These 2. They came out with Magic. Dude, I was like, damn, nigga, can I enjoy this shit for like 4 months? It's like, can I enjoy this shit? But at the same time, I love it though. I love it.
Yeah, this was dope. This definitely love the beat for this and the melody on it. You know, October London did his thing. You know, Snoop to me like had the best verse, like we said. We said maybe last night or maybe last week she was eating meat in my Las Vegas suite. I like all mouth, bitch, no teeth. Have to slow her down. Beat, beat, beat. I loved it, man. I didn't even listen to the Mount Rushmore album, but this joint here was fire. Definitely, everybody did their thing on here.
Definitely. All right. Um, next joint we got is Not Like Them. Now, when I first heard the title, I'm just I hope he's not making his own Not Like Us. I
Right,
hope to God
right.
he's not. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
Q. I for fucking
yeah.
respect you. You're my top 10, but I'm like,
That slogan is
okay,
like
that's not
copywritten by Kendrick now. It's like I've seen. I
for
even got a
real.
T-shirt. I even got a T-shirt that says "Not Like Us." It's like an Ellie Rams shirt that has like "Not Like Us" on it. It's
I'm
crazy.
telling you that song is taking over the world and shit. I'm telling
Yeah,
you. But he actually gave love to Kendrick Lamar and shit like that too, because like a lot of people thought he was throwing a shot at Kendrick when I was Kendrick before Kendrick, but he meant to say how both him and Kendrick are thought provoking artists, and like he sees a lot of himself in Kendrick because the internet want to take
Yeah,
shit and run with it.
of course.
You know what I'm saying without doing what
Homework.
research,
Right. Put it up.
but yeah, not like them. Homework, yes, yeah. Know about now. They don't. They know about now. Don't worry about it. All right, so this is actually one of my favorite joints too. This is that braggadocio cue that I fucking love. The
Mm.
dope word plays and everything like that too. So I love it. I love this one.
This was banging. Definitely a banging track. It had like that gangster bounce. Cube talking about like people on their devices. Back to the Future. It's a crisis controlled by these hand devices, smartphones, equal dumb domes. Done forgot how to make my way back home. So he's just talking about people being on their devices too much, and I loved it, man. This is classic Cube right here.
I agree. Trust me. It's bad when you actually are trying to go on a date with someone and she'll be on her device
Right,
24/7.
exactly. They don't want to talk no more. They just want to look down on their phone and you know
Right.
can't do that.
If that's the case, I'm like, no, no, no. Fuck that. Like, shout out to Mike. He knows this reference. I say no. I say no way. He'll get that reference and shit. Um, Next track, 5150. My favorite track on this album, to be honest with you. Um, in case y'all don't know what 5150 is and shit, it's pretty much a place where adults who pretty much have like schizophrenia or any mental issue, they have to
Mm,
stay in the confined in this like section for like up to 72 hours. It's kind of interesting too because Easy came out with that whole 5150 EP back in 92, which
mm,
I never really cared for that EP.
yeah,
Originally, it was supposed to have been an album called Temporary Insanity, which I wish Tamika would have actually released that album though. But I guess we'll never see the album in the light of day, which is kind of sad though. But that's another story for a different day. But yeah, this album, this song right here is funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me like giving up the nappy dugout mix. I would say giving up the nappy dugout mixed with Ice T's "The Bitch Try to Kill Me." That
mm,
if y'all remember that song from the Iceberg out from 1989, which possibly I kind of feel like that's my favorite Ice T album next to OG Original Gangster, and that's an album that never gets its just due. Like
mm,
it's like they talk about power and they go straight to OG Original Gangster. Like, come on, man! Like that album had You Played Yourself, Lethal Weapon, when you have to
mm,
use your gun, your mind as a weapon. What gangster rapper was talking about that shit? But
yeah,
I guess that was when Ice T was educating the people, and the government was trying to take him down around that time. Y'all
yeah,
know the story with that. Um, yeah, 5150 is talking about how this girl and some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He had a line. I'm kind of surprised. He said, and not let you see your little baby for a week. Ain't just a freak. She a motherfucking freak. Until I asked to get my name on the cheek. Ho, ho, you crazy ass Vietnam veteran. Go get your pills, bitch. Better take your medicine.
mm,
God, this is that.
yep.
This is that. That's a certificate Q right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh Jesus, man, I love this. I love it. I fucking love it, man. This is not for the soft hip hop crowd. Like y'all gotta go listen to your Drakes and your motherfucking Glorilla and all that shit. Y'all. This ain't for y'all. This that grown man shit.
Yeah, beat was fire.
Oh, boy.
Love the chorus. The soul psychotic. 5150. The bitch need an antibiotic. 5150 also is what they used to call the new era hats when back in the day. And
Oh, I
I
never.
think I huh
I said I never knew that.
yeah, I think Yo Yo would have been great for this track too, like playing the crazy bitch. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? If he ever did like a remix for this, like Yo Yo would be perfect for that one. But yeah, this was typical vintage Cube on this. Definitely a cloud. I love this joint.
Yeah, I love this joint too. Like, yeah, I don't even think I think Yo Yo kind of retired because I know she
This
does
shit,
like a lot of community work now.
right?
I don't know. I know she does like a lot of community work, but definitely, Yo Yo and Q, man. Oh my God, they made some heat.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They definitely made some heat together and shit. Um, I love that. I love that era. Yo Yo, the Lynch Mob, Caution. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Cam,
Yeah.
all them niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying?
AD,
Hell, I'll throw in Delta Funky Homo Sapien. I'll throw him in there too. And K.
Del,
Oh, you said KD.
yeah,
Yeah. The Ass Gas Cash album. Ooh.
yes. Mac 10, his first album. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's like a West Coast classic too. That Mac 10.
Yeah.
Like the beats on that album, man, was just like that bounce to it. Like, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like bump,
for sure.
bump. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of like I hate to say it was like an ignorant gangster rap and shit like that. That's that drinking I drinking a carton of iced tea wherever you fucking go kind of music and shit. Cornerstone kind of
Yeah.
Jody getting jumped in a bicycle kind of music.
Oh Lord, not Jody.
Oh shit. Okay. Next song is called No Cap featuring K Major, Aisha Dawn, and Mike Epps. Yo, this was produced by, in my opinion, the best trap producer ever, Zaytoven. You know what I'm saying? Not Metro Boomin, Zaytoven.
No,
Because you said what?
no, go ahead.
Uh yeah, because I always fuck with Zaytoven. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I feel like he got gets overshadowed by the mustards and the Metro Boomins and the shits. You know what I'm saying? But this song was like a little posse cut and everything like that too. Well, I won't really say posse because yeah, I would say posse. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's like some underground cats and shit like that too. Which honestly, I fucking love the fact that a lot of these newer rappers are have like a lot of these underground cats in these albums now. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Just getting their shine on and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know Kendrick had like 6 of those underground cats and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And if I did butcher some of your names, I do apologize. If I did butcher some of your names and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm learning and shit. I'm only human. I butcher everybody's names on this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask Try.
I didn't care for it. Man, Mike Epps should not be rapping. He doesn't sound good rapping. Stick to doing being a comedian. That's what you do best. So this is a skip for me.
Stick to playing the same goofy black nigga in every
Right,
movie.
exactly. That part.
Cause I love Mike Epps, but let's be real, man. He plays like the same goofy nigga every
Yeah,
movie. But
every
I
movie.
love the Upshaws. Yeah, the Upshaws is funny as hell. I like that show.
Mm.
Um, but Q is loyal and shit. Let's be real, Mike. If it wasn't for Q, Mike Epps would not be where he is today. Let's keep it a buck and shit. He would still be known as just to be on Comic View and the Def Comedy Jams and shit.
Mhm.
But once he became Day Day, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
Uh, you think this last Friday movie gonna be good and shit?
You know, I mean, young generation now didn't grow up on Friday, so I don't know.
They grew up on Friday memes.
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you.
Oh Lord,
I think with the right
I know.
promotion, I mean, it could be good, but who knows?
I don't want to see no TikTokers, no motherfucking TikTok, no actors and shit like that. No TikTok actors. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see no social media sensations.
Mhm.
All right. Next song called Three Little Piggies. This is another dope song that I could call as one of my favorites. This is the cue that I fucking love. In your face, black, and just don't give a fuck. So it's kind of crazy because the first verse, he's talking about the time the internet. Well, actually, it's only one verse, but he's pretty much talking about how the first couple lines were like there was a comparison between Ice Cube and Biggie, who was the best storyteller. Which I'm gonna be real with you, and this might be a hot take. In terms of storytelling, I love Biggie, but I gotta go with Cube a little bit to be real. I'm just gonna keep it a
Right.
buck. Biggie's storytelling was great, but both of them are not really the best storytellers. Because to me, the best storyteller in hip hop, I gotta go with Cool G Rap. It's Cool G Rap, Slick Rick, then Scarface. Those are those storytellers and shit. Those are my top three, but that's besides the point. And Q pretty much says something like how he makes movies and shit like that. He just makes movies and stuff. He
Mhm.
pretty much said Biggie can't really touch him on the storytelling shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's a dope track. He had a line where he says, "Then it's all mathematical. Some say I'm radical. Skip the sabbatical. Do you want to battle though?" I love that rhyme scheme. Bitch, niggas already know how they'll go. Fucking with Geronimo, even playing dominoes. Get ghost, adios, nigga, vamonos. Motherfucker, I'm the coast. Get my locks. Get my folks. Take the tokes. You a host. Oof.
Mhm.
This is the cube I love. This is the cube I fucking love and shit, boy. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, love this record.
Yeah, it's a short track. It should have been an interlude or something. He's saying these three little piggies saying I ain't as good as Biggie. These motherfucking niggas saying my pen game is iffy. I like Cube has more stuff out than Biggie. Biggie only had 2 albums, but he was a good storyteller.
All right,
Could have been better with every album if he actually was alive. But definitely Cube was a good storyteller. This should have been a full track though. I mean, it was short. It was like a couple minutes long, but
right.
it was dope. I like the beat for this too.
Now let me ask you this because this just hit me. What would you say is Biggie's best storytelling album? If you want to take the album on a storytelling angle, Ready to Die or Life After Death?
Ready to Die because like it painted his life in Brooklyn in Bed Stuy, and then from the intro to suicidal thoughts, he shoots himself at the end, and it's like a continuation into life after death. And I think Ready to Die was just a great album. But to me, his best storytelling track is I Got a Story to Tell on the
I was
debut
going to
album.
say I was going to say that too. That's a very graphic and complex
And
story.
it was
That's
true things that went on in that story as well. So
exactly. Ah man, it to me is either I got a story to tell
yeah.
or give me the loot. And the reason why I say give me the loot was because the thing that people failed to realize with that song was that he was doing the different voices. Like that's a Slick Rick angle he was
Mhm.
doing this shit. Cause yeah, I remember how Rick was doing all them different voices, like especially on songs like The Moment I Feared,
Mhm.
Mona Lisa, and shit. Like especially The Moment I Feared though. Oh, woo, man, y'all don't know. Y'all this is why we here. We don't just focus on 90s hip hop. We taking it back. We take it, we like to connect the dots and shit, you know. But yeah, man. And Biggie, the way how Biggie was imitating the voices, it
Mhm.
will make you think that there's like five motherfucking people in this track and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Cause give me the especially like give me the loot, give me the loot. He's
Mhm.
like, goodness gracious, the paper. Where the
Mhm.
cash at? Nigga, pass that.
Mhm.
And you can also tell like that was also recorded like in '93, like late '93, because
Yeah.
the way how Biggie's voice was like more raw, and I always felt like Biggie was more had a more Jamaican flavor when he was
Mhm.
recording this when he was still on Uptown. But then once Puffy got the bad boy, he made him smooth out his flow. That's when
Right.
we all know the Biggie that we all know and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Mhm. Oh yeah.
yeah. Cause I love when Biggie doing the Jamaican accent, like especially in the Super Cat Dolly My Baby
Oh
remix.
yeah. Definitely.
God, the
Definitely.
same song when Puffy was trying to rap like he was from Onyx and shit. Ah man, this character. Oh my lord. All right. So next song is called Ghetto Story. You know what I'm saying? This is produced by T Mix. Speaking of stories and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? He's pretty much tells a story about this kid who was pretty much, always trying to find his next cut, his next big thing and shit like that. Got caught in that street life,
Mhm.
and boom, we all know what happened next. We don't have to tell you what happened next and shit. You just got on the wrong side of the trip. You know what I'm saying? I love when rappers do songs like this and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
this shit happen like every fucking day. If niggas get caught on the wrong side of the roads, they want to act big and everything. Then boom,
Mhm.
they might be at the wrong place at the wrong time and shit. So
Mhm.
definitely a very, very, very dope track.
Dope ass beat, pianos on it. It was solid album cut.
Yeah. Next song, Facts featuring JD from the Lynch Mob. This is a very interesting track, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because JD sounded a lot like DMX on this record.
Yes, he
I don't know if
did.
it was just me.
That's exactly what I wrote down
Oh,
here.
okay,
Yes, he did.
okay, okay. And you know what's
Is
crazy?
that
You know what's
exactly what I
crazy?
wrote down here? I don't know if you can see it. He sounded like DMX.
Hey,
It's a like, and I know he didn't sound like that back in the day with the Lynch
he
Mob.
did
So
it.
he changed up his flow or something.
You know what this reminds me of? That song from Redman's Muddy Waters is
Mhm.
my big brother, where he had
Mhm.
K Solo,
Like Kid
and K
Solo.
Solo had that more deeper voice, like, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm on the track, man. And back in the day,
Even with that beef, that K Solo is exaggerating. He don't sound like DMX. I don't know who told him he sounded like DMX back in the day, but he never sounded like DMX. You better get off that fucking
because his
crack.
voice was more lighter, especially in the first, like your mama's in my business. It's in my
Yeah,
business. It was like more
DMX
lighter
never
when
sounded like that. So
nah
I never saw
nah
the comparison. He's like, oh, DMX stole his flow. He never stole your flow. You never
that
sounded like DMX
spellbound.
back in
Talk
'92.
about that spellbound song and shit. Where I'm
Exactly.
sorry, but DMX he had the better spellbound because that nigga whoever created the whole spelling. Well, K Solo did that shit early, but still, X came out there and he was more fast rapping, like he was from the Few Schnickens or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like DMX, like 90. You said what?
Not if you
Like
listen to that whole Times Up album, there's nowhere on that album that he sounds like DMX on it.
hell no,
None. You listen to Times the
hell
title track, Letterman, all any of those songs, he didn't sound like DMX on it.
nah, nah. But JD on the other hand, you might as well call him JMX and shit, cause I had to
JMX.
pause. I had to pause this motherfucker. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Is DMX
Yeah.
alive now? Did DMX rise from the dead and shit? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's interesting because I love the line where Q said, I used to roll with the lynch mob doing hip hop till the shit pop. My nigga JD, he had to break rocks. Because I know JD got locked up after the first album and
Okay.
shit. And that's when they had the other motherfucker. Well, I'm trying to pull up his name right now. Malaki, Malaki and shit. You know what I'm saying? Malky, whatever his name is. But they had an issue with he had an issue with Cube. He was the one that had an issue with Cube and shit over money and creative control. Because I never heard that Planet of the Apes album, but I know that originally JD actually did the album,
Right.
but they took his vocals out because he was going to prison and shit like that too. Which I
Right.
don't know why they did just leave it there, but I guess they didn't want to pull it. They want to have like another Slick Rick issue at that time too, because you never know. And you know how these labels like Priority Records and shit, you already know they have their shady kind of shit too. That's why Q came in with the baseball bats and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. I actually like this track, but yeah, he definitely was on some DMX kind of shit on this one. You know?
I like the beat, but yeah, he definitely sounded like DMX on this.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna read you some lines. He was like, and even like the cadence. Now let me put this
Mm-hmm.
in perspective: 25 to life for the murder, 4 years for the weapon. I fought the case for 2 years, running fast. I was like, the way he was right, even the cadence, man, that is so
Mm-hmm. That's
DMX and
DMX.
shit. Like
Yeah.
X is coming for you, DMX. What's that song? Damien DMX. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Okay, I thought it was just me. I thought,
I was like, I'm like, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Cube do shit with DMX in the past? The We Be Clubbing remix. You know,
Yeah, yeah. We be clubbing.
yeah. I guess he's reincarnated. You
Oh, you funny, man. You funny. JMX. JMX. That's what we gonna call it.
know.
Oh shit. All right. Rest in peace, DMX. By the way, rest in peace. All right. Next song we got is "Fighting for My Life in Paradise" featuring Corrupt. Now this was produced by David Banner and
Mm,
shit like that too. Y'all be forgetting Banner be coming out with some beats and shit.
yeah,
Like
he got
ask
some
Lil
heat.
Wayne and
Definitely.
whatnot too. Like yeah, we gotta show David Banner some love on this channel
Yes, for sure.
because we gotta show Banner some love. That Mississippi outlook.
Mm.
Woo! Oh man, come
Like a
on, man.
pimp. Like a pimp was my
Like a
joint.
foot. Whoa!
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Like don't fuck with me tonight. But yeah, this is actually a dope record right here. Like him and Corrupt and everything like that too. You know, Corrupt. You always gotta come in with that aggressive guy.
Hmm.
They will be rapping all aggressive and showing a smooth beat and everything like that too, man. I've always loved Corrupt and everything, but yeah, this should be a fucking single too. Like this should be performed like
Yeah.
in a mansion or some shit. Have all the West Coast cats, old West Coast cats, new West Coast cats,
Hmm.
everybody West Coast and everything like that too. You know.
What about that sample? Was that an Angela Rimba sample?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
it
gonna
sounded
say
like
what simple it is.
it sound. Well, I know the
Yeah.
record. I wanted to make sure it was harder.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
All I'm gonna say about that sample is 3 6 Mafia. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
But the beat by David Banner
Yeah.
was fire. You know, he had like the Angela Rimba sample in it, and Corrupt saying, "I live life nice. I never think twice. So just keep it gangster in this paradise." I love the beat. Though, very another like feel good record. And
Right.
at the end of this song, they got the Harlem Nights snippet with when they were playing the dice game.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the old dude. So that was good. You know, Harlem Nights, classic movie. So yeah, I love this joint.
Q said, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the first time they worked together. Are you talking about Corrupt the Cube or Cube and David Banner? Because I think you may be right, but I don't know. 'Cause, you know, niggas weren't always doing songs with everybody. It's like now everybody just realizing, oh wait, we legends. Let's do a song together. We haven't done shit
Right.
together.
Hey, LL and Q-Tip, they ain't do shit till
Like
now. So
right, right. Never would I imagine LL, Sweetie, and Q-Tip would have all done a song together.
right.
Sweetie,
Wow. And it worked.
I'm telling you, if Jay-Z drops an album, I tell you, him and
Mhm.
LL gonna do a song, and they're
Yep.
gonna call it Hall of Fame and some shit. If Jay-Z drops an album, he's gonna have a song with LL. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then when it happens, y'all gonna come to me and say, Reggie, you were right. Reggie Thomas. Next track, I'm a Burn Rubber. Um, this was a cool track. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't
No,
like
we,
really
we
in love
skipped
with that
one.
track.
Then we let's get money together. That was track 12.
Oh, we did skip one. Excuse me. Yeah. Let's get money together, featuring Be Real. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Very dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? Be Real kind of sound a little different too. Like
Yeah,
kind of sound a little
he sounded
different.
different on this. He sounded different on this.
Yeah. I guess like the rappers are getting old, man. These rappers are getting old. Not like old, but just older and shit. But yeah, man. Definitely like an ode to LA and
Hmm.
everything like that, to that LA lifestyle. Fucking love it, you know.
Yeah, it was dope. B Real definitely sounded different on this one. You know, it was dope though. I love Cypress Soul. So anytime they could collaborate with Q was it's always good.
Right. I even like that whole posse cut on that Steel soundtrack,
Yeah, yeah, that was fire. Remember that joint.
even though the movie was trash and shit.
Yeah,
My man Shaq was trying to be the next black superhero, man.
right? You trying to do everything.
Right. And next track is called I'm a burn some rubber. This one was okay. It was pretty straight and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really write that much notes on it, but it was alright.
Yeah, it had a dope beat. It was a banger.
Definitely. Track 14, especially you. This was produced by Ice Cube, of all people. You pick one song to produce on this album, you pick this shit. But now this is Ice Cube trying to make his own twerking song. I kid you not.
No, that's not what it
Ice Cube.
was. No, that's not what it was.
He was trying to make an ass song, but the beat was dope. I like the beat though, but I can never imagine Ice Cube making an ass song like "Shake that shit, let her twerk." All she
He
want to
did.
do is put in work. All she want to do is get off of work, hit the dance floor and go berserk. Looking like dinner and dessert. Better back up, nigga. Don't get hurt. You ain't trying to hurt what's under that skirt. Cute come through. Watch you get murked. Look at that freak bitch starting to freak. Look at that geek nigga starting to geek. Freak wanna freak 8 days a week. Saw that ass from across. I was like, Q, what are you doing, nigga? Like, nigga, you're like in your 50s. What the fuck, nigga? Oh my nigga, you didn't do an ass song on War and Peace. You didn't do no ass songs on raw
Thank God.
footage. You wait till now to do an ass song. Oh man. You didn't do no ass songs on Death Certificate. The closest you get to an ass song is giving up the nappy dugout.
Mm.
Why am I
I mean,
watching Demolition?
it don't sound like. I mean, you can dance to it. It don't sound like an ass song to me. It was more like the '80s Mantronics,
Mm,
breakbeat, type of sound it had to it. But when you
right.
when you hear it, I'm like, yeah, the way he was rapping, it was like it was meant to be played in the club or whatever. But I didn't get that vibe when I heard it though. It was more like he was paying homage to, Africa Bambaataa and Mantronics on this.
And
You know
that
what
could
I'm
also
saying?
be it too. Yeah.
But I mean, it's definitely one of those dance songs, but it's something different from Cube. Like you don't really, that's not really his lane. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm thinking of like, you can do it from the Players Club. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, that he was in his Don Mega mode and doing club joints.
Right.
But it's something from Cube. He's trying something different. For once. So
Yeah. Before I say what I gotta say, Q, they actually did a song back in '97 on the Steel soundtrack. I forgot the name of it, but if you just type on YouTube, you'll pull it up. But
was that the joint with
that's like
wasn't Mobb Deep on that one too?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was back when rappers were trying everybody was trying to do the whole 4-3-2-1, had like five
Yeah,
MCs and trap.
yeah, yeah. That the
Yeah.
Monstars with Coolio and LL
Oh,
on them.
oh man. Bond stars. But
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is that's like Chuck D making a whole fucking love song and shit. Can you imagine Chuck D making a love song? Hey sister, I love your brown skin.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Chuck D is married with kids, right? So at some point he found love.
Hey,
You know.
and that's nothing against Chuck D. I fuck with Chuck D, but still, it's just like it's just something weird. It's just something weird. That's like Lil Kim making a gospel record and shit. Like
Yeah.
that's like that's like Diddy being celibate and shit.
And, and what alternate
Oh my,
timeline,
that's like Diddy actually treating his artist right.
right?
Oh my god, let me stop. Oh shit. Next track number 15, Break the Mirror featuring Exhibit, who's also working on a new album in
Mhm.
2025,
Yeah.
produced by Dre and shit.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Um, this one was pretty cool too. You know what I'm saying? Definitely like the chemistry between Cube and Exhibit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the biggest. Exhibit fan like that. I mostly prefer the first two albums, like Speed of Life and 40 Days, 40 Nights. But he always does his thing. I fuck with him.
Oh yeah, he definitely Exhibit did his thing on here. The beat was fire. You know, he said, "Watch me paint a perfect picture. My presence, Picasso, on my IG model. Click the link in my bio." It's he still got it, man. Like Exhibit is definitely underrated from the West Coast. Definitely one of my favorites. He definitely did his thing on here.
I agree. All right, next song is called "Talking About These Rappers." This is a funny song right here. So he's pretty much talking about rappers who bitch on social media. He's talking about people who disregarded for his age and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first heard this, I actually bursted out laughing, especially the chorus. Talking about these rappers on the internet. Talking about these rappers on the internet. Sitting there trying to look innocent. Talking about these rappers ain't militant. First of all, I like the way he rhymed internet and innocent. I like that shit. The chorus was catchy. You said what?
Nah, it was funny.
Uh, like the chorus was catchy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he just made this as a fucking joke and everything like that too. Especially when he said, "Look at that nigga on that keyboard. Saturday night, he must be bored. Talking that shit in that Discord. Did his research, it was piss poor. Did a whole history on Abel and Cain. Don't even know his great grandmama name. How does bitch nigga think he ordained to tell me what is a motherfucking shit?" And that is so fucking true because like we always fucking mention these Wikipedia Google motherfuckers and shit who every time
They
they
be
want to
up
come
in
up to you,
they come in your chat and they think they know more than us. That's what's be hilarious about it.
oh shit. That's why I was just laughing at it because it's just like I even met motherfuckers like that who motherfucker will come to me. Did you know this, Reggie? Did you know that,
Mm-hmm.
Reggie? I bet you didn't know this and shit. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just say to myself, it's like
I'll be
nigga.
like,
I
boy,
actually
please.
I
I'm
read.
old enough to be your daddy. What you talking about?
These are niggas older than me. These are niggas older
Uh-huh.
than me and shit. It's like nigga, I read shit. I watch interviews and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
They don't
calm
do the
down,
research.
nigga.
You got to spell it out for them.
Oh shit. Oh shit, man. But this song was kind of fun. Like this is again some more funny cue. Look at that girl living frugal. Use your noodle lure to Google. I was just like, really cute.
Oh, man.
Don't ask me, ask Cardi B. I keep fucking with celebrities. Now you gotta move out of season.
Man.
Oh, look at Russell Simmons. That nigga's a fucking monk right now.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yo, Q had me rolling. I was like, Q, don't make me laugh, man. Don't make me
It was
fucking
so
laugh.
bad it was funny. That's how bad it was. I was just laughing at what you were
Right?
saying. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? What is this? Cube. The worst song on the album by far. What is this? You know?
Nah, this song was still dope. I still
You
like
like
this
it?
song.
This was
That
like
whole,
this was like when I
especially
first
you,
heard
especially.
when, when I first heard Ask Like That from Encore, and I'm laughing
Oh
like
my, no. We are not gonna go there. We are not gonna go there. Try. We are not.
Eminem
Don't
with that
you
Afghanistan
dare.
that fake Arnold
Don't you dare.
Schwarzenegger accent was hilarious.
We're not gonna throw an encore with this album. No,
That
no,
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 I'm
no,
talking
no.
about the
We're not.
song from Encore. That Acts
I,
Like That was
no,
hilarious.
I know what you're talking about. I know
This song was funny.
that ass like that was literally ass. This he still had a point. He still had a point. First of all, I never heard no rapper talk about this shit before. First of all,
Mhm.
now granted, the lyrics were kind of corny a little. Some of the lyrics were kind of corny, but it was still funny because it had that bounce Q flow, like that.
Mhm.
I am that West. That kind of bouncy flow from Q. What did you call it yesterday? The
Oh, the
Bompton
Bompton
bounce.
Bop, Bompton Bop. That's Kendrick sound.
Bompton. Bop.
Bompton Bop. You know what I mean? That's what he called. Remember when he first came out, he kept calling he kept saying Bompton.
Yeah.
I mean him and YG. That's the Bompton Bop. You know,
Now I know why these motherfuckers drop the albums the same day and shit.
right?
He's like, now I know why these niggas drop the same day. Oh my god.
I just think it was just fun.
Boy.
Like the
Okay,
way
I gotta read one more. I gotta read one more later.
Okay, good.
Oh, go ahead. No, go
It
go
was
ahead. Go
just
ahead.
funny. I just thought it was funny. It was like hilarious that he was doing this. You know,
Right. Like he's having fun, man.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess he wants to show people that he wants to have fun in his lyrics because the early Cube albums and shit.
right.
Most of that shit was serious, but it had that black comedy. It had that black comedy to it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do something to your daughter. Oh shit. Or you was old school hip hop. You was hardcore hip hop. Now look at yourself, boy. You the flip flop. Where's DJ Pooh at? Hold on. Where DJ Pooh at and shit?
Right, right.
That's one motherfucker that was missing from this record.
Man.
Oh shit. Anyway, why am I watching Demolition?
I have no idea.
Wesley Snipes. This is why. This is why we didn't want. This is why we didn't have a New Jack City 2 because he did shit. He did this. Nah, but I love Demolition.
Nino Brown.
I love Demolition.
Oh Lord.
I love them. This movie is funny as fuck though. Like, oh god. Okay. Next song. Scary Movie. This is another one of those kind of bounce and bounce kind of songs and shit. Vintage. It has vintage Q. You don't give a fuck Q and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much him talking about how he didn't sell his soul. He was always himself. He also threw a shot at Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm.
You know that rapist.
Yeah. Yep.
Which I feel like he was also throwing shots at Diddy too.
Oh yeah.
Like this whole song gives kind of freak off vibes and shit.
Yeah. It did.
He's well done. Flip his ass with a spatula. Surf and turf. Serve him with some lobster. The imposter. Give him the Oscar. I don't understand. My nigga says serve him with some lobster. Oh my god, I'm having fun with this album right now. Like, mind you, the funniest song is the next song on this.
That's the funniest song I hear you.
I'm gonna get into it.
I don't know why she named this Scary Movie. I was expecting like some movie references, but wow.
Now I know because Harvey Weinstein stole Scary Movie from the Wayans.
Okay,
that's why he named it. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And he took a shot at Don Lemon also from CNN.
Right, because Q loves attacking TV personalities like Pat Sajak and Dr. Regis Philbin.
Oh Lord!
Fuck Pat Sajak, never give a nigga. Let me stop.
So he said, alpha male, now public enemy. My amenity is toxic masculinity. I see niggas ad-libbing, acting like women, even Don Lemon. Cut it out, boy. You need an editor. I'm the predator, 2 steps ahead of you. Love this flow on this. The beat was fire. This is controversial Cube that we all love. When he's going at people and calling their names out, and I loved it.
I'm saying, man, like this. That's what I really noticed that this year. Yeah, he was just randomly from Arsenio Hall, Don Cornelius.
Mm-hmm.
and shit like Pat Pat Sajak of all people, Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson Ho never had me on a late night show.
Right? He did. He didn't. So it's you spitting facts.
Carson had Don Rickles and Buddy Hackett
Right.
24/7.
And Ed McMahon and shit.
His drunk
Yeah.
ass, fucking drunk ass.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, John, he had his black guests once in the like towards like the 70s. He had his black guests like the Bill Cosby's, the Aretha Franklins, the Jackson Fives, the Ike and Tina, where Ike was really giving abusive vibes in that whole fucking interview and shit. But how all those white actors, like them Friars Club actors and shit, the Friars Club community, all them niggas and shit. That's why I like the Letterman show from the 80s when he had all them black niggas like George Clinton and
Right.
Morris Day,
Yeah.
Sheila E. I was like, these
Letterman had
niggas,
Southpaw Quest on there and West Side Connection.
yes,
You know?
yes. What was that one other motherfucker he had on the show? He was the original song, Elvis, the songwriter, the black songwriter who wrote all them songs with Elvis.
Right.
That's the shit that made Letterman invited to the cookout and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit.
Nigga doing interviews with Kanye West on Netflix and shit now.
Yeah, having a Rick Rubin beard and shit.
He trying on Yeezys. That shit was hilarious, man.
Oh shit, man. Letterman always he that corny white motherfucker you just love and shit. Give me Letterman over what's the motherfucking name? Trevor Noah any day and shit.
Yeah. Trevor Noah.
South African.
The Weeknd's twin.
Arsenio Light. Oh shit, boy. I'm having fun tonight. Next song, Take Me to Your Leader. It's another song produced by David Banner. Again, he vintage Ice Cube, not giving a fuck. The one verse wonder cubes and shit. Mm-hmm. I love this one kind of had me laughing too, because he's talking about motherfuckers following and one of them motherfucker not being a leader.
Right.
And he had a line where he said, "Run it back, high stepping from the 50, do it all in Chuck Taylors and Dickies. Just forget me if you ain't with me. Girl, stop singing. If you ain't Whitney, stop it. I keep it 100, 1,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion. I'ma hurt y'all feel."
I loved it.
Oh, I love this, man. I love it.
Yeah, he said, you ain't a leader, you a follower, you a swallower, you a dollar whore. Buy your ass out the dollar store. What the fuck you holler for? Yo, this shit was fire. I love it, man. Like Q was on his shit on this. He had like that little Middle Eastern melody on it as well. It was banging.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh man.
Oh shit. Boy, I can't breathe. Alright, and the last song, Egomaniacs featuring Killer Mike and Busta Rhymes. This is pretty much the sMyEgo remix. Killer Mike on a remix. I was not expecting that. Busta Rhymes, to an extent, I was expecting because Busta's always jumping on somebody's remix and shit. But Killer Mike, yeah, Mike definitely did his thing. I like the fact that Mike is definitely getting more love these days and whatnot too. Like he's finding his own lane with the whole Michael album and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker, man, whether you love him or hate him, he knows what he's fucking talking about and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I mean, Busta was cool. I mean, I fuck with Busta. You know what I'm saying? But it's to be expected. You know, he was giving people a history lesson of how he got his name and everything like that too. You know how he looked up to Cube and everything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna hold you, and this is gonna be sounding very controversial. If he's not gonna bring the same heat on his albums and shit, I don't want to hear no guest appearance from Busta and shit. I'm gonna be real with you.
Exactly.
Because I don't understand how you can come up with a lot of heat for guest appearances, like on the all that shit. You know what I'm saying? On that "Look at Me Now" song, but on your albums, you making TikTok music and shit. I don't understand.
His album is dropping soon.
I'm not even gonna listen to that shit. Like
Uh-uh.
I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna listen
it
to
was
it.
cool.
I
It was
already
cool.
you gonna have 22 songs of party music
Oh
and
crap.
trying to do all the trends and shit.
Mm,
And
yeah.
he gonna be like, "It's time to rock the show. It's bust to bust." Like, you gonna do all that shit. Like, and I fuck out. You know me. You know me.
Mm,
I love Busta Rhymes.
mhm,
I'm always a fan of Busta. But this is just me talking shit because musically, I just don't understand the whole shit after the whole Anarchy album. And then
right.
you coming out with the whole shit about the origins of hip hop, and then you over here defending
Mhm,
certain human beings who I don't even like to call human beings, to be honest with you, and shit.
mhm, right.
Like I just don't. In the words of Queen Latifah, I can't understand. I can't understand, baby.
Um,
Why, yeah, yeah. Oh my god, I just can't understand. I can't understand this shit. I honestly
right.
can't understand this shit. Oh, but that's all I have to say on that
Yeah, I mean
song.
it was a good remix. Killer Mike did his thing on there, and Buster. They say Buster for last. You know that's what he's doing. Posse joints. He's saying for
Of
last.
course, he's fast. Of course,
It was cool.
because when he became a rapper, when he did what he had to do, somehow, some way, he always got to be last and
I'm going
shit.
last.
And granted, sometimes he do have the best verse, like the Flavor in
Yeah.
Your Ear remix and shit. But I'm just like, if you're not gonna be the same heat on Guess Prince, I don't want to hear no more Busta Rhymes albums and
I
shit.
still feel like Biggie outshined him on that, but that's just me.
I
Perfect way
stand to
to
this
perfect way
too.
to start that remix off. You niggas is mad. I get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck a feeling when I get mine.
Yo,
Come on.
Busta in your ass grease. Flavor about to make the noises, please.
It
Hey,
was cool.
hey,
It
hey!
was
You
cool.
best not believe it's
He
Busta
did his
Rhymes.
thing.
Come on, man.
He did his
You cannot
thing.
top that
But
verse.
Biggie had the best verse on the leadoff, man. That's just what it
Biggie
was. He
had the
had the
most
best.
iconic verse. He had the most iconic verse, but Busta had the best verse
It
in
was all
terms
right.
of craziness and
It was all right.
substance and shit. It was all right.
It
It was all right.
hey.
Shit. It was better than LL's verse, I tell you
It
that.
would have been better if it was just Biggie and Busta and just throw off LL's verse. He was bad. He was the worst one on it.
Shit. I was surprised as hell he performed that shit at that concert last year.
I'm like,
I was like,
what
hold on,
language
wait a
is that,
minute.
LL? Bloatitious, skeevy, delicious. Give me goose,
This
goose,
is
love me.
Jimmy Cruise
What the fuck
gonna
is
be
that?
good.
What was that he was
Damn.
saying?
Holly,
What was
I'm
that he
just
was
like the
saying? I'm like, I thought LL was on crack when he recorded that. You know?
That's the first time you heard the whole Vicer and shit. The whole Vicer, the
He didn't even
whole
speak that shit on Mr. Smith that year. I'm like, what
thank
language was
God.
that?
He was
So
rebelling against Russell Simmons that time because he was going through. He was about to say, "Look, this is what I'm going to do on Bad Boy." He was trying to sound a bad boy at that time. Thank God. Thank God that didn't go through. Thank God. Oh my goodness. Maybe that's why he had an issue with Puffy. Maybe that's why, because you never know. You never know. Puffy heard that
Puffy told
voice.
him, I'm gonna give this beat to Mike Geronimo instead. Crazy. Crazy. Messed up Mike Geronimo's career with that. You
Yo, Mike, don't rhyme on that beat, son. Don't
know,
rhyme.
the run on that beat is for LL, but he gave it to him anyway.
Oh shit. That's Mike Geronimo's stupid fault. He wanted to hit
Yeah.
so bad. You should just had Irv Gotti produce your whole album and shit. Because
Right.
Natural was some of Irv Gotti's best shit as a producer. Not that R&B ecstasy beats he was doing in the 2000s and shit. Oh, look who came. Why you was doing like why you was doing like
I can't understand his language either.
oh.
It's not from this planet.
Yo, Mike. Let me give my thoughts on it. Let me give my thoughts on this album, man. Because I'm not gonna have a heart attack tonight.
Why you don't like couscous?
Why you fucking stifle? What's it that black boy for Algay Stifle? Whatever his name is.
Stymie. Wasn't that Stymie? That was his name?
Stymie.
Why you no like couscous?
Where is B's alfalfa?
What planet are you from, bro? Oh,
God. Oh
man,
shit!
man.
Fucking God with the weird dialect.
Why use no like couscous? What country is that? Man, we gotta give Dartmouth some fucking Rosetta Stone and shit.
Oh God! Mm. Oh shit!
Ray, Ray Shaw was good,
Oh my God!
man.
Don't do this. Oh stop! Oh stop me! Okay, give me 1 second. Give me one. Mm, mm.
What country is he from? What country are you from, bro? Because that's not American language he's speaking.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm sorry.
Why
I'm
use no
sorry.
like couscous?
I'm sorry. It's just whenever I think of our game, that our game
I need
movie,
that like on a t-shirt. Why use no like couscous?
why we can understand use language.
You gotta say it in Jamaican for him so you don't understand it. Like the broken language.
Come on, boss. We gonna
Right.
go over here now. I ain't see your boy. Oh, he reminds me of them fucking crows from Dumbo. You remember them black crows from?
Right.
I ain't seen your boys around here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop. Okay, let me be serious. Overall, oh shit, this album is actually very dope. I actually enjoyed this album a lot more than I expected. This might be his best album since Lethal Injection. I have to say it.
I agree.
I have to. I like this more than Raw Footage.
I
I
don't I
definitely
don't
like
like
it
none
more.
of his albums in 2000s. I don't think he had one good one.
You
And
gotta
I
you
have
gotta
one of
hear
them unfortunately, but
Raw Footage is dope, man.
what for is good?
Yeah, like it's good, but it's not great because there was still some mega-ish tracks and
Yeah.
shit. You're
Yeah.
still kind of shaking off that mega-ish shit.
Yeah, that War and Peace shit really fucked them over.
Oh my god, this nigga was trying to be Corn, Nine Inch Nails, and
Mhm.
Marilyn Manson in the hip hop form. I was like, Q, what do you? Even the album
Yeah.
cover was like, Q, what the fuck? Fucking Doctor, fucking looking like Christopher Lloyd from Who Framed Roger Rabbit and shit.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, man. But yeah, I love the product. This is so fucking West Coast, in
Yeah.
my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like this album might is it hip hop album of the year? It's maybe up there. Maybe up there. But I'm not gonna say shit for right now because
Yeah.
I mean I've been bumping this I was bumping this and Kendrick all weekend and shit. I felt like I was from California for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Going down with they say West Side. uh, I'm gonna give this a my only gripe. I feel like if I had to pick one slight gripe, and this is a slight gripe. If one was to listen to some of those later tracks for the first time, let's just say you're just getting into Ice Cube for the first time, right?
Right.
And you were to listen to them songs like the "Take Me to Your Leader" and hear them
Right.
kind of lyrics and shit.
Right.
You might not take it seriously at first until you actually listen to it a few times and the lyrics and dissect what he's saying and shit. But
Right.
personally, I still love the album. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
I think it was an entertaining, banging West Coast album. The production was good. You had your old school flavor, your West Coast bops, your modern day sounds on here. Cube was trying, some new things as well on this album. And him touching on topics like the internet trolls and people on their devices for too long, and the crazy bitch, and he touched on different topics, and I enjoyed it. I think like I haven't liked the Ice Cube album since Lethal Injection. No, since I mean technically since the West Side Connection album,
Yeah,
the first one at least that was what 96 that came out.
yeah.
Um, War and Peace, I liked part one. I didn't care for part two. Part two was just terrible. But I haven't enjoyed a full Ice Cube album since Lethal Injection, and um for the new Ice Cube fans, they got to go back to his early days with NWA and start from there, and then work your way through. Because if they start with this, they're not going to really get who he is as an artist and what he stood for when it came to social, you know, socially conscious lyrics and the hood and all that. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta start from the beginning, and that you should do that for every artist. Not
Right.
just Ice Cube, but every artist that's been out for a long time. So, but this was a solid album. I definitely enjoyed this. Then everything's corrupt. I'm getting 4 mics. I think he can really, if they promote this album, he could come out with like a good 5 or 6 singles from here.
I agree.
The Mount Rushmore joint was fire. Rolling in Twilight, that should be a single. Not Like Them, I enjoyed that. So Sensitive, 5150. Um, Especially You, like Fighting for My Life in Paradise with Corrupt. I definitely think that should be a single as well.
I
And
agree.
yeah, so I'm getting 4 mics. I think it's definitely a solid rap album, and another legend that we have this year that's dropping quality music, just like everybody else that came out this year. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed this album too. I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna get like a lot of new albums once it drops in physical and shit like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already making plays for GNX and shit. I'm trying to once that vinyl comes out, boy. Ooh,
that
watch
ain't coming
out
out till March. They said,
to March. That's fine.
yeah, it's
It's a
coming out.
collection video. The next collection video is not until April and shit. So
Yeah,
that's cool with me. That's cool with me. Even though I got a vinyl lot on the way,
hmm
believe it or not, I'm actually gonna do a vinyl lot and shit. So I'm actually hyped for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what album. It says 70s and 80s R&B.
hmm
That's gonna be whoo. I know I need me some R&B vinyls and shit.
yeah.
But I'm gonna end this off right here and shit. Now I have to listen to this new Ice Cube John. Let me not. Okay, let me be okay. Fuck it. So tomorrow at 9 p.m. we're gonna take a little break from the hip hop side of things and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? With Prince's One Night Alone album. We still on like this jazzy, but this is just him and the piano and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how. This is not no Rainbow Children s kind of. I'm just gonna let you know right now. It's not no Freedom Digital Garden 1+1+1 is 3. He's actually just like this is still coffee lounge kind of Prince and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Um, I'm also gonna do a stop and go on the One Night Alone live album that came out in 2002, which I need to get in my collection, but I'm not paying no $300 for a used copy. I'm sorry. Um,
It's,
um, Wednesday, what we doing? We're gonna still be on our Lincoln Park side of things on Wednesday. We're gonna do what's the album? Minutes to Madness, Minutes to Midnight, excuse me. And we're gonna do our stop and go on Collision Course. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Jay-Z and Lincoln Park collab album and shit like that.
yeah,
Um, that's all I'm gonna say for right now. I'm gonna definitely update you on the times and other joints and shit like that too. Cause it is Thanksgiving and ain't nobody gonna try and do a lot of shit on Thanksgiving weekend and shit. So, um, but if push comes to shove, I may push the new Linkin Park album to Sunday.
yeah.
If push comes to shove, because I pushed that one back a few times and shit. But I still want to talk about planes, trains, and automobiles
That
at
was
some
number
point.
two. That album is number 2 on Billboard right now after Kendrick.
Wow.
Yeah.
But people were talking shit, talking about, oh, that new lead singer, she's
Well,
not like
I
Shannon.
I have my issues with the album. We're gonna talk about it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. No. I've been loving like these new motherfuckers coming up on the channel and shit. Like these new artists we talk about, like Linkin Park, and just doing these new artists and stuff like that too. Because I definitely got some more surprises on the way. That's all I'm going to say for right now. Um, I know that Dre and Snoop album we're going to talk about once it comes out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Which I'm not. I don't know because I'm singles that's coming out. I'm like, what the
I like the new single. Was it out of the blue?
that one was cool,
That one was fire.
but I want that. I don't know. I want that experimental Dre. This is like cookout Dre right now. I want that. I want that Dre and Snoop kind of like. I don't. I'm not trying to say do some shit like Chronic or not Doggy Style because you can never replicate that. But
Mm.
I want something. I want that bound to bang that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That bounce, that boom
Right.
boom. You know?
Right. You didn't like the one the drum with Janae Aiko?
Hell no, I ain't like that shit.
I like the beat for that.
I love Janae. I love Janae, but it's just like I don't know if I would have picked that. I think I'm mad because I don't know if I would have picked that as a first single
Right.
and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounded like some. It just sounded like some fucking kitty 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 kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
like
love that beat, man. That beat is fire.
Snoop
I
just
don't
doing
I felt like Marsha Ambrosius could have did the chorus better though.
possibly.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she could probably do it better and shit. But yeah, but at the same time, I'm not going to judge it because at the same time, you never know. This album, there've been so many albums where I hated the singles, but I love the album
That one's good,
and
yeah.
shit like that. And there's been so many albums where I love the singles, but I hated the albums.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So let me not cast judgment too quickly. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, hope everyone has a good night. Appreciate this try as usual.
All right.
This has been a very funny review. I'm going to see if I can catch the rest of my breath, and I'll see y'all niggas tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.